What's up, everyone? Welcome. Happy Friday. Yay, we made it. Happy Friday. Today is the Q&A, as we do every Friday. Today I'm wearing my Pasha de Cartier 41 millimeter. Just classic, elegant, classy, elegant, whatever. The watches, anyway. For those of you who don't know, new subscribers, or you've just not been watching, every Friday we do a Q&A. It's pretty simple. If you have a question, all you got to do is ask your question in the comments below, and then it'll be featured on one of my Q&As coming up. So there you have it. So today we have some questions. We're going to roll the intro, and then we'll get into it. All right.
Talking timepieces with Tony. Talking timepieces with Tony.
Alrighty then. So first and foremost, before we get started, I just want to say a huge happy birthday to my buddy Lincoln Parrish. Today is his birthday. I mean, that dude's like my younger brother at this point. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just such a cool dude. He bought for his birthday a Rolex 124060 Submariner, of course, and just wanted to give you a huge shout out, dude, man. I hope you're having a great day, a great dinner tonight. Hope you're enjoying your watches. He gets his watches at Fink's Jewelers. When I was out there in October, we went to Fink's. He is since October was able to get a OP41 silver dial, his day date president, awesome, and now his sub no date. So congratulations on that and all your watches you got at Fink's. And so right on, man. And I also want to give a shout out to C. Vance Davis, Courtney. Cool dude. I haven't met him. He's another dude from Nashville, and he just started a YouTube channel, and he did his first one. And so if you want to go check it out, it's C. Vance Davis Productions. And yeah, he's a cool guy. I'll meet him soon, you know, or next time I'm in Nashville for sure. So I just wanted to give a shout out, and thanks for giving me a shout out on your channel, dude. So first question comes from Danny Simonauer 5745. Tony, I enjoy the show. What do you think about the value for dollar of buying Rolex CPO watches? Are the ADs overcharging for the CPO models? I mean, it bears repeating, I guess, because when you get new viewers, they don't sometimes watch your past videos. But yeah, I mean, what you're getting for, yes, the Bucherer, you know, Tonneau, you know, they have the certified pre-owned Rolexes. Yes, some of them, not all of them, are, you know, extremely high in their prices. But Paco, get back, hey. But I'm sorry. But where was I? Yes, the prices are high, but you're getting peace of mind when you're paying for them. You know, you know that when you're buying that watch, it's certified. You know you're getting, or you know that it's a certified pre-owned Rolex. You know it's a Rolex. You know that it doesn't have a Frankenstein dial, Frankenstein parts, different hands, maybe a aftermarket bezel or a different bezel. You know, when you watch some of these channels that have, like, especially vintage or neo-vintage watches, they change things on that watch like it's nothing, you know what I mean? And you're not really getting the watch the way it was born. So with the certified pre-owned program, you're buying peace of mind. So you want to pay a little extra, then that's what you're going to get. I don't know how that's going to work once, I mean, keep in mind those certified pre-owned watches have to be over 3 years old. So, but still, when Rolex, you know, if they start getting more in their displays, things like that, you know, are people going to want to pay those prices? Something's going to happen, but, you know, maybe the prices will come down on the CPO. But I think it's worth it if that's what if that's where you're going to go. You know what I mean, with it. So thanks for your question, dude. This one comes from Smizzy 1240. What would you say the wait time for a new customer to an AD for this watch? How many dollars to spend before being considered? You're talking about the GMT Master 2, and you're asking me what the wait time is at an AD. I mean, that's like a sort of a open-ended question. I can't really answer that because I don't know what your spend history is. I mean, it could take a couple of years, it could take a year, it could take a few months. It just depends on where you're at, where your AD is, what their clientele is, how many watches they get in per month, per year, whatever, how many of those they get in. Are you a cool guy? Are you like, it's like, how long's a piece of string, man? It's hard to tell because for instance, my buddy Lewis, he got his GMT Master 2 as a third purchase at Bindi. His very first watch he got. People say you need all this huge spend history to blah, 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 blah. Well, his very first watch was a Rolex, and a Rolex Explorer at Bindi. And then his second watch, I think, was a Speedy, and he bought a Nomos for his girlfriend. And then he got the GMT Master. I think he waited about a year maybe for it. So it just depends, man. It depends on what kind of relationship you have, and it's not necessarily always about the spend history. Everyone thinks you have to spend $1 million to get a watch, but you don't. It's what people that create that kind of that sort of, are people that can't get them, and they're just pissed off, and it's all sort of yeah, man. I don't know, man. Yeah, I get some of that when I hear it's like you have to spend at least $100,000 before you even be considered for a Submariner, shit like that. And then you get some guy who walks in and gets a Submariner without spending anything, you know what I mean, or having a prior spend history. So it all depends, man. But I wish you the best of luck with that. Okay, this one's from Jose Pammy. Long time, Jose Pammy. How you doing, Pam? Another great video from our fave. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Still trying to get back to the real world one day at a time. Anyways, yes, I get it. Oh, and you just graduated or passed your exam for, I think it was nursing or something like that. And so I apologize, I don't know exactly what it was. But congratulations. That's why you've been sort of laying low. Can you suggest a work watch, preferably for those who are in the military, but not Rolex? By the way, we were at Bindi and Javi was wearing the watch you gave him, and some people at the mall are giving him the second look thinking it was the Tiffany. He loves the attention, of course. Thanks, Tony. Yeah, man. Javi, your son, awesome, man. It was great to meet you that day. I hope you're doing well. I'm glad you like the watch. For those of you who don't know, sometimes I give watches away, and I gave him a watch several months ago, and it was by Long Island Watch, and it looks like an OP with the Tiffany blue dial, and I never wore it. I bought it. I was going to do a review on it, and I don't know, but anyway, I gave him that watch, so I'm glad he likes it. Yeah, I mean, you didn't specify a price point, you know what I mean? So you can go all over the board, you know what I mean? So if you're talking dollars, you're looking at $14,000, $15,000, you can get the Blancpain 50 Fathoms. That's an awesome watch, great for military. Hamilton Khaki Field, pick those up for $400, $500, $600, even less on Amazon, I'm guessing. If you want to go even like more cheap, like you get a Luminox, like a Color Mark, or any one of the Luminox. They have tritium gas tubes that glow. They say for up to 25 years, which I don't buy it because then that means that it has lume. You don't have to lume it up. It's just looms 24 hours a day from the gas tubes, the tritium tubes. And they say that the tritium should last 25 years. I beg to differ on that because I've had probably 7, 8 of Luminox watches. I used to collect Luminox like I do Swatch. And for the most part, they just kept breaking, and then the lume would last maybe a couple of years. So, but you can always go that route. I still like them. I just had a lot of problems with them. You know what I mean? So it's like you can go with a Marathon. They're Marathon. Have you heard of Marathon? They're a watch for military style watch. I think you can pick those up for maybe $1,300, $1,400. You can go with the Tudor Pelagos, for about $5,000. You can go with the Panerai submersible, and those go anywhere from like $6,000 to like $30,000, I think. So, yeah, you just look, have a look, see what you're looking for, pick a price point, and then start from there. Thanks for your question, Pammy. Maury6010, question for next week. Hi, Tony. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for this week. Q&A. Really look forward to these every week. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Just wanted to ask what your thoughts are on form button-up shirts and watches. Should your watch be small enough to slide under the cuff, or if it's too big to slide under and the shirt sleeve kind of bunches up behind the watch and looks kind of scruffy? Asking specifically for the office or suit and tie functions. Yeah, man, if you're like in the office and you're wearing a dress shirt, something like that, you know, having your watch that won't go underneath your sleeve because it's big, it doesn't look too good. You know, you're gonna want something that does cover it, or something that'll easily go in and out, you know, like that. See what I mean? But if it's all crunched up and it looks like that, it doesn't look too good, man. So yeah, I mean, I would yeah, if get a watch for the occasion, you know what I mean? So but cool, man, thanks for your question, appreciate it always, dude. This is from FJ7509. Hey Tony, not sure if this is a question for a video or if you can just respond below, but how do you like the comfort of the Jubilee bracelet? Does it live up to the hype? I personally think the Oyster Flex is the most comfortable bracelet ever made, but everyone swears by the Jubilee, although I have personally never worn it. Just want your honest opinion. Thanks so much. Yeah, dude, I mean, the Jubilee bracelet's super comfortable. I mean, so is the Oyster bracelet. You're talking about the Oyster Flex, though. That's like apples and oranges. You can't really compare the two because one's rubber, and Oyster Flex also has like titanium or yeah, titanium, I think, in that strap. But it's still a rubber strap, so you can't really compare the two. But the Jubilee is super comfortable. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and go, it's the most comfortable bracelet. My OP36 on the Oyster bracelet is actually the most comfortable watch I have. Because it also depends on how big the watch is and the weight of the watch too, you know. So like on my GMT Master 2, the watch is slightly heavier. It's comfortable, don't get me wrong, it is a comfortable watch. It is a little heavier, but when I've got the OP on, it's super comfortable. If I've got my Datejust 36 on with the Jubilee bracelet, that's comfortable as well. So yeah, I mean, it's cool. I mean, I wouldn't hype them all up like, yeah, you've never lived until you tried a Jubilee, you know what I mean? It's like, you have to try on some watches and try it yourself, you know, and if it works for you, it works for you. Thanks for your question, dude. This is from David9633. How light would you say the Jubilee bracelet is in comparison to the Oyster? I know you have both. I don't know. I think I don't really ever think about that. I don't have a scale, and it's just like whatever the watch feels like with the bracelet. You know, it's not like, well, this bracelet is just slightly lighter. I don't know. It's not something that I've ever thought of, but I appreciate your question, man. This is from Davis Prince 5616. What's up, Davis? I was finally allocated a 126720 VTNR. Can I ask for a stainless steel Daytona next? Thanks. Hell yeah, dude. Why not? You can always ask. They might say no, but you can always ask. But congratulations on your watch, man. Just wear it in good health, and hopefully you'll get that Daytona. Appreciate it, man. David Parrish Productions. Great video as always, Tony. Thanks, man. I have to agree with the cringy flex culture coming from YouTubers who have no chill like you do. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. People love you because you do everything without ego. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that. You know, I always appreciate your comments, man. What is your favorite watch to show people who are interested in watches but don't know anything about them, or even favorite aspect like automatic movements or rotating bezel? Have a great St. Patrick's Day, brother. Yeah, I hope you had a great St. Patrick's Day. Man, you know what? I don't show anybody watches out. Like when I do my videos, that's about as much as I get when I do the Q&A and I ask, Paco, will you settle down? And why is your tail puffed out like that? Yeah, I don't really, you know, people don't ever, I'm not really like the kind of, people don't stop me and go, hey, what kind of watch is that? What would you recommend? Can you give me some advice on watches? It just doesn't happen, right? Everything I do is with you guys, you know what I mean? So yeah, I wish I could help, but what is my favorite watch to show people who are interested in watches? I don't know, anything, I guess, you know, anything that, what are they interested in? but yeah, I don't know. That's a weird, not say weird, but it's a tough question. I can't really answer it, but I appreciate the question as always, man. This is from Michael DeMarco 899. Tony, what is your take on RGM Watch Company out of Pennsylvania? Some call them the greatest American watchmaker of all time. Well, them aren't the greatest American watchmaker, but I would imagine that what's his name? Ron G. Murphy, RGM. Yeah, I mean, yes, I think in a sense he's like an American icon for watchmakers. You know, I mean, he got his start. I think he went to Wostep, is that what it's called, in Switzerland, the school. I believe he worked and was the head of Hamilton for quite some time, and then he moved on eventually to, in 1992 to form RGM. RGM are fully handmade. He's got the engine turning, old school machines to do the guilloche, as I say, tourbillons, all hand decorated. His watches are phenomenal. I don't have one. I've never held one. I've only seen pictures of him. But I think, he makes classy, great watches. And, I don't know what's going to happen with them in the future. I think they've just got their base of people, you know what I mean? And I don't know how many watches they sell every year. But yes, they are great. So if for those of you who don't know who RGM are, check them out. Thanks for your question, Michael DeMarco. Last questions. Go Brick Laying 106. Hey Tony, I enjoy the channel. Thanks, man. The Zenith Pilot is on my radar. Awesome. It's a great watch. Great looking dial. Yes, it is. A similar looking watch is the Tudor Ranger. In my opinion, what are your thoughts on the Tudor, and what are your thoughts on the similarities between Zenith Pilot and the Ranger? Have a great weekend. I don't know dude, I don't think they have any similarities, man, to be honest with you. I'm just like trying to think. I'm imagining what the watch looks like, the Ranger. You do have the Arabic numbers on the dial, but do they go all the way around? Or are they on the 12, 3, 6, and 9? I can't really remember, but I don't like the Ranger, actually. I don't like the hands either. I think sort of the pointer hands. And again, I'm not looking at it, and I didn't look at it. I haven't seen one of those in a while. I didn't really like it. I think the Zenith is a far superior watch anyway. With the history and the heritage and everything that the Zenith has to offer is far more, they make high horology watches as well. And the Zenith, you're looking at, I think, a $4,000 price point with the Tudor, and then you're looking at a $7,500 price point with the Zenith, which doesn't necessarily mean much, but in the sense that the Zenith has the El Primero movement in it, which is 4 hertz, beats 36,000 VPH. You know what I mean? Tudor's all right. I like Tudor watches in general. I just don't like the Ranger. Anyway, having that being said, I appreciate you guys always who watch my channel, like and subscribe, all that. I know most of you don't watch till the end, so a lot of you aren't probably watching this, so I'll just say